today is on the law of respect. You live in a culture that doesn't respect network marketing, and that hasn't changed. People didn't respect network marketing in the 90s. They didn't respect network marketing in the early 2000s. They didn't respect network marketing 5 years ago. Today, most people you sit with still don't respect don't respect network marketing because they don't understand what they don't know. It's just like people with Harry Tubman. They might not respect the black people because they didn't really know. They just didn't know. They were ignorant and or prideful, things like that. And so the same principle applies here. But what's it gonna take for you to be a Harriet Tubman type of leader? Anything?
In order to get the respect that you're looking for, in order for your team to see you as a leader that they respect, not because you're a manager or director or whatever, it's all because that you're fearless and unshakable. And with that is an umbrella of some pretty strong things that really make or break that respect mentality, because this isn't just information you're taking in. This is the reality of what you want and should desire to do different so that you become all that you're called to be, so that you lead well. Because as you lead well, you'll help others get exactly what they want. And we pray for leaders. We pray for leaders of leaders. And that's what you should be praying for, because we all want to make sure that, we're building the army. That means that it's the multitude of many leaders coming together and moving this huge movement, and this calling and this vision, across the world. And so it's super exciting for this to be layer on layer on layer, for you guys to really catch it.
People follow leaders they respect. So if we're talking about the law of respect, there's one word that I believe sums up leadership in general and people following you in general. And that word is certainty. Guys, it's certainty. If I had a branding iron right now and I could brand your spirit and your soul and just sear it into your soul and I'm talking a real brand, a fiery brand, the fire of the Holy Ghost. And that brand would say the word certainty. And I'd make that thing, 1,000 degrees, and I would sear it on your soul. Certainty. Psst, right there on your heart, where that became part of you. It became part of your identity. Certainty. Are you certain in where you're going? Certainty trumps opinion every time. Certainty. There's just the certainty of where you're going trumps everything around you. The certainty of the message that you have to share, the certainty of the story that you tell, the certainty of where your life is going, the certainty of where you're taking your team. It's really about certainty. Now, people can be certainly wrong. People can be certainly prideful. People can be certainly arrogant. So certainty by itself is not necessarily the total answer, but it's the beginning. You have to be certain. I believe certainty, there's two other things that combine with certainty that will cause you to be an unstoppable leader. And that happens to be, certainty, honor, and integrity. If we're going to sum up the law of respect, and we're going to teach the law of respect and become the kind of leader that we want to be, that really makes an impact in our generation, it's certainty, honor, and integrity. Because when you weave in honor and integrity in who you are with a strong and resolute spirit of certainty, nothing can stop you. And that's where you'll be at the highest level of authenticity that you could ever achieve in life. And that, my friends, is where the law of respect is. Leaders won't follow someone that they believe don't have the leadership capability that they have. And sometimes they just flat out won't. And don't take that as offensive. Just take that as a reason to examine yourself and say, I need to grow. I'm going to grow. I want to grow because I want to become the type of person that can lead a level 10 leader.
As we're out, like even as we were out in Switzerland and you're in new areas and you're helping people grow, there's that doubt and unbelief that these guys are having to get past. And until they're past it, they're going to stay stuck. And that was one of the strongest things that we kept referring to is that, you know, they've got to get to this place where they're certain in where they're going and what they have. And it's not about, you know, what about this, or people here are like this, or somebody
Yeah,
else thinks this.
our culture,
Yeah, our
you just
culture
don't,
this.
you just don't understand our culture.
Or everybody I know this. I mean, that is reeking of the fact that you are not certain, that you are carrying doubt and unbelief in your heart. And that is, of course, what you're attracting, because what you believe is what you will attract. That's just a law of life. You've got to understand that. So this is why we have to stop and evaluate our own mentality when it comes to this idea of respect and certainty and leadership, because obviously you're on here because you have a desire to become a great leader. But we can't be offended when somebody's not following us because we're not the leader that they need in the season that we're in, and they may leapfrog over to somebody else. Don't be offended by that. Take it as a sign. I've got to grow. I've got to grow. And that's what's great about, I love that we have this reality when it comes to, you know, the teamwork makes the dream work thing, because people do have a support team that they can respond to and that they can pull from. And if somebody got them involved and it's not the leadership they need, they can jump over and get to another leader. And so I'm going to talk about these 5 C's real quick. The first one is competence. Just having the competence necessary to be the leader that you're called to be. So do you know the business? Do you know the system? Do you know, the things to do? Do you know where to help, how to help somebody launch? Like, that's the competence. And so you feeling confident and certain in yourself as a leader. The other is consistency. This is so big because consistency is key. And again, it's something we've talked about over and over and over again, but have you caught it? Have you seen yourself changing and molding and becoming better in this area where you're staying consistent so that your team sees you consistent? Because what you model is what others will do, and that's how they will respond. And so if you're not consistent and you're not showing up when you say you're going to show up, and you don't, you're not available, then obviously that's very difficult for people to see you as a leader. The third one is character. Again, something we've talked about, just paying attention to am I working on my character? Am I getting better? Am I doing the things necessary so that, who I am and my worth and my value is I am who I say I am, and not, the opposite, right? So just working on that character, do you live with integrity? And then, that you care for others, because that's the understanding. Like this, she cared so much. She had such passion for others that she was willing to do whatever it took to help them get out of slavery also. I mean, risk her own life, right? So because she cared so much. So that's the understanding, is like, we're out there serving people because we care. And so, like, do people know that you care? Do they feel that from you, that honest opinion that you care about them, not that you care because you want something from them? Because there's a big difference. I had a conversation with somebody when we were in Switzerland. He goes, all these direct sale things that I've ever been in, all I ever got was phone calls because somebody needed me to do something for their success. And it was never about me. And those calls cannot be made. It can never be about what you want somebody to do so you succeed. It's got to be about, how can I help you? And your success comes automatically.
Because it's never about getting someone underneath you to do something for you. It's always about people above you willing to do something for you.
Yeah, exactly. And then number 5 is going back to certainty, which is that, that conviction. You are so certain that you have something that's going to make an impact. You are so certain in where this is going. You are so certain in this product. You are so certain in the future of this company. You are so certain that you can help somebody. Do you know that's one of the biggest concerns of so many people that holds them back, is they have a hard time believing that if I sign them up, now I've got to be able to help them. And our doubt and unbelief and our thoughts on how we're not competent or we don't have what it takes start to overcome us. And that's what we've got to stop. It's not, I'm not competent. It's, I am competent. And I'm continuing to get stronger in that. I am consistent. And so remember those I am statements, remember those confirmations on who you know you are, even though you're battling in the background these negative patterns, that you are overcoming, because you are an overcomer. And you continue to remind yourself of that. You continue to speak that. You continue to affirm yourself in that, so that you truly walk out yourself.
Leadership is always it's about conviction, and it is about the certainty of you knowing. The main two things that people are looking for all over the world when they ask for prayer over and over again are, I need physical healing of some sort, or I need financial breakthrough of some sort. Those are the predominant prayer requests from people throughout the world. Command does not always need a loud voice, and authority does not always need a loud voice. It needs conviction, and it needs certainty. It doesn't always need hoopla and charisma and craziness and all that kind of stuff. It needs the conviction in your heart that carries through in your eyeballs and comes out of your eyes, because you are the light of the world. And it comes out of your heart because they sense a love and compassion, but a strength of resolve in you, that there's something about you that they have to hang around. Like, I just like these people. I want to be around these people. There's something about them that they make me feel good. They make me feel like they stretch me in the right way. They challenge me in the right way. They encourage me in the right way, because we have to be stretched. And that's how our lid level gets raised. And so you are going to gain respect from people. You know, John Maxwell talks about it. Y'all know that the 3 areas of respect that you get. Like, if they respect you as a person, that they're going to admire you. Now, if they respect you as a friend, they're going to love you. And if they respect you as a leader, they're going to follow you.
I hope that you guys understand this and y'all don't misunderstand that, that confidence and that certainty it's not about a personality, right? Because there's all types of personalities out there. Like he said, some are loud, and some are, kind of just, direct, and some are, monotone, but yet, when somebody's talking with certainty, there's a confidence that comes out of them that demands respect and demands people to listen. So I don't want you to start thinking I have to be more like, or have to be more like. No, it's a mindset thing. It's you understanding that you've got to make sure that you control your mind. So the way you think comes out of your mouth, because if there's doubt and unbelief up here, or if there's anything that's not of your truest self, then it comes out of your mouth no matter what you say. You'll contradict yourself in little ways. People will pick up things that they'll see. She's not confident, or he's not really competent, or he's not really sure, or he's, whatever it may be, that you feel like, okay, I'm not sure that this is somebody I'm ready to follow yet, because of the fact that they're not, certain in where they're going.
Remember, it's really about certainty combined with honor and integrity. Okay, that's the key to being authentic. That's the key to people really respecting you as a leader. But the message is simple. Drop me out of a plane, and I don't care if you drop me in Denmark. I don't care if you drop me in Sweden. I don't care if you drop me, in Pakistan. I don't care wherever you drop me, I'm going to win. And I'm going to win, not because I'm arrogant and prideful, and not because my name's Danny McDaniel. That's not it. I'm going to win because I know what I have. I know the seeds I'm carrying. I know what I have my hands on, what product I have. And I know the systems and the tools I have, and I know how it works. And so it works everywhere. And it's my message. It's the message that I'm carrying. So I can take this message into Mexico and win. I can take this message into Thailand and win, because people are doing it. Anyone who works our system, they're winning in other countries besides just the United States. The ones that are teachable and coachable, and the ones that aren't winning, that will say, oh, you just don't know, people are skeptical here and it's harder here and all that. Yeah, it is. You know why it is? Because you certainly think that way. And when you certainly think that way, that's those weeds. It's the weeds. The weeds start growing around what you planted or what you want to plant, and the weeds take over and choke it out, and you don't get the harvest. And these things right here don't show up because the weeds took over. And it's the weeds of your mind and the weeds of your heart. You got to grow as a leader. Sow winning seeds, sow seeds of certainty. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
So we're going to end this thing. Law of respect. You guys know it. It's time to be certain as a leader, and people will certainly follow you. You guys are amazing. Have a great week. God bless you. Thanks for jumping on today.
Bye, guys.